I should have left the stock camshaft in here and not fucking done anything except for put the distributor in and re-gasketed it and ran the son of a bitch. But, you know, can't leave anything alone. So my dad's always told me, just can't leave shit alone. Oh boy. That's the wrong color for oil to be. Alright, plan B. Got another big block. I went to my buddy Tony at Texas Square Bodies over there in Wills Point, and I dragged the truck home. I'm going to take him the truck back, but we've got a big block. So we get to take it out and, you know, put it in another truck. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab a ratchet and a 7/16 socket, and we'll pull these valve covers off real quick. See if we can find some casting numbers on the heads and see what we got. It's got a Winters aluminum intake manifold, which is a pretty cool deal. So there's that. Use the old power wag and the new trailer. I didn't use the winch though because Tony has a tractor, so we loaded it up. It doesn't have a rear end under it, so you know, kind of makes it a little more difficult. It's a pretty rough truck. So the floor pans are those ones that you can Flintstone foot it. See, there's some of the carpet and stuff. I'm sure people were loving that coming out and going down the highway. Oh well, what can you do? All right, I'm gonna go grab some tools and we'll pull the valve cover off real quick. All right, let's zip one of these off real quick. This one, we pulled it off earlier, but I didn't pay attention to the casting number. But it looked really clean under there, so that's always a plus. Alright, let's see what we got here. See if we got some smogger heads or what. 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 6. Let's Google it real quick. Nasty Z28. Let's see what they say on there. Late 70s peanut ports. Alright, so they're peanut port heads, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned with that. We'll be fine with that. That's what we were putting on there anyway. They may be even better than the ones that we were putting on. I don't know. Looks pretty good though, and it's not locked up. So well, I need to unload it off the trailer and all that shit. So we'll do that here in a little bit. Got a Holly on there. Just showing y'all we got a replacement for my F up. So that's what we want. Apparently the camera didn't want to decide, or decided it didn't want to record me unloading all that, so that's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna stick something on the engine to cover it up. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I'm not pulling the engine tonight or putting it in the shop tonight. I gotta work on the old Burby. We'll see. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge here in a little while. Alright, so I cleaned the shop up some, moved shit around, moved the truck, pulled the Suburban in. So, fuck it, I'll pull this truck in. So, it's supposed, like I said, it's supposed to rain, so I don't really want to have to deal with it and it'd be muddy and shit, so I'll just go ahead and shove it in here. Well, I don't know if I pushed you or not, but I got pretty damn close, huh? We'll find out when I watch the video. So there's that. Truck's in. Now what? Alright, back at this big block 1 ton, well, it's like a quarter ton, I guess. Quarter ton truck, because it's missing some parts. But let's see if we can't get this engine to fire off. That shouldn't take a whole lot, so there's that. And stick some spark plug wires back on. Nothing too crazy. Alright, let's get to it. These spark plug wires are super freaking short. That's number uno, number 8. 1, 8. 4, 3, 6. Put that one right there. What the hell happened to that one? Yeah, pinch down with some pliers or something. Yeah, yeah. Karate chop it. There we go. 7. Numero dos. Alright, plug wires are hooked back up. Let's see what we got going on here. This is our ignition wire. Look at that, someone's already replaced the wire and ran one, some random ass place over there. So we can just run that right over to the battery. Oh, that carburetor's nice and... It's got a spider web in it. I might get the vacuum and vacuum that out a little bit. Speaking of vacuum, we'll have a vacuum leak there if we start it like this. There's all that fun shit. There we go. Fuel line going to the stupid mechanical fuel pump. That's always fun. God knows if that's any good. Vacuum advance. We'll go ahead and hook that back up. Look at that. Sugar is still tight. Maybe someone had it timed at least. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so we just need fuel and a battery. So I'll get that going and we'll be right back. Might grab the vacuum and suck that shit out of there real quick too. Yeah. Fan's missing. Won't be able to run it long, but we just want to see if it'll fire off and if it blows a shit ton of smoke out or something, you know? Okay, be right back. Let's get a battery. Probably just steal it out of old Kev. He doesn't need it right now. It'll need it when we put this other engine in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see me down here, but I'll go ahead and stick some fuel on this crap. Maybe the fuel pump works. It says AC on it, so that's an AC Delco part. So that's pretty cool, I suppose. This is surprisingly not covered in oil down here, like the front wasn't leaking, you know. All that fun shit. Let me get us a jug or something, get us a ghetto fuel jug. The headers kind of make it kind of difficult to get to the starter to hook up the solo switch or whatever, but I think it's on the right terminal. I don't know. Oh, I can see from up here better. Where'd my flashlight go? Ugh. Yeah, I think that's the ignition one, maybe. What's that red wire coming off of there? Fuck if I know, man. This is real fucky. We'll find out here in a minute whenever I hook this battery cable up. Man, what a pain in the butt. I don't think y'all can see because the damn plug wires in the way, but yeah. Anyway, it's tight down there, so let's hook this battery up real quick and see if it'll turn over. This black wire is the negative, so it's got the red wire going to the chassis, or to the body, you know, to the core support. I don't know what we got here, so find out. Here's the button. I guess I should make sure it's a good battery, huh? Should still be hot because I disconnected it from the truck whenever yeah, it's got 12.5 volts. Got it hooked up to the wrong wire on the starter. It's very well possible. Can't hardly reach anything under there. Oh yeah, that is the wrong side. Son of a bitch. It's a son of a gun to get to that shit. I don't know if I can reach my hand in there from here, but I don't think you'll be able to see what I'm doing, but I'll stick you over here just for the sake of putting you over here. I won't even really be able to see what I'm doing. So there's that. There's the terminal. On the other side of the solenoid. There's that one. Let me disconnect this from the battery. That's a wise idea. It's on there. Let's see. Yeah, red light. this starter's bad or it's getting a bad connection somewhere. Anything's possible. The starter does have, which is kind of funny, you know, this truck's been off the road since like 97, 98, and the starter that's on it has like a wax mark on it, and it says BL, and this truck is, I believe, from like Rockwell area. Anyway, BL was, if I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be the junkyard I grew up going to, climbing around, buying parts, all that crap, cars, everything. Anyway, it's a little funny bit of history from my upbringing of working on junk. Well, probably got a bad starter. Well, let me get under there and do the stupid taparoonie and see if it does anything. Probably won't get lucky enough that this will make the starter function, but we'll give it a shot. I do have another starter actually right there behind that forward exhaust manifold. So I guess if I wanted to change the starter out, I could do that, but I really don't want to, because that's a pain in the fucking ass. We can get a swing in here. Just beat the piss out of it. What does it matter at this point? Screw it. Come on. It does look like it's getting a bad connection. Whenever I hit it, it sparks down there. I don't know if you'll see it. Screwed up wiring going on there. Oh yeah, look at that wire. It's like partially broken. Let me disconnect the battery real quick. Maybe it's just got a loose connection. I don't know if we'll get that lucky, but we'll give it a shot. What the fuck size bolt is that? Oh yeah, that's not tight at all. So that's not doing any good. Oh, it's older than this truck. I really don't want to go get a 5/8 socket. Mostly because I'm lazy. I should probably hook that plug wire back up whenever I'm done with this. Yeah, I should have got a flex head ratchet, I guess. Fuck. Let's see if we can get in there with this. Actually tight now, so let's see what that does for us. They did have brass battery terminal connectors, so that's pretty nice. Okay, well, that's plus. It's turning slowly, but it's turning. Fuel filter's probably still good, right? I don't know if it's this battery is just that weak or if it's a starter. I really need to buy a jump box. I'm gonna put this battery on charge for a little bit. I don't have a jump box. I'm not a will it run kind of guy. But it does turn over. Yeah, I'm gonna put charger on the battery and everything and let it charge for 30 minutes or so, see if it comes up. Let's see, the battery should be charged enough to do something. So I'll pour a little 2-stroke oil in there, or 2-stroke gas. This is weird, it's blue. It's best to spill it all over the carburetor so that it, whenever it backfires, it goes all over the place. Sorry, I got a fire extinguisher, so we're good. That's really fucking amazing. Extremely quiet. I still have a vacuum leak I can get fixed real quick. Who knows if it's actually getting any fuel from the fuel pump. I don't know. But we will see here in a minute. Ain't doing nothing yet. Let's pull this fuel line off and see if it's pumping up. It almost wanted to idle, didn't it? So that's pretty cool. I don't know what jack off fucking places these to where they're pointing down, but they need to be punched in the head. If I have any advice, a little trick of the trade here, mount your freaking hose clamps so they point where you can reach them with a nut driver. And don't use a flathead screwdriver. Disconnect this real quick and turn it over a couple times, see what it does. Fuel pump not going to pumpulate. That'd be about right. I had to get it running longer than a couple seconds to get the pump primed. So we'll hook that back up. I'll open the door. We'll bottle feed it a little bit. Let's hook our ignition back up. Pour a little more down its gullet. Is that coming out of the bottom of the carburetor, or is that just where I poured it down? I don't know. The engine is super quiet. I do not hear any valve train noise or anything. And it wants to idle. I think we got a runner, guys. It might idle. Oh, it wanted to idle for a second. Pulling some shit out of the exhaust. Drive shaft is, you know, doing drive shaft stuff. Yeah, see it kind of flopping around there. Running out of fuel, and the fuel pump is not pumping. This fucking battery is a piece of shit. We'll have to wait for the battery to charge some more, because I'm not going to buy a battery today. Alright, well, we will be back in a few minutes. I guess I should stick another one of my batteries on the charger for now. Back at it. I don't know fuck all about Holley carburetor, so I'm not gonna even bother trying to get this one to work on this Big Block. We're just gonna take it out, and I've got an Edelbrock that I know was working because I took it off of a run driving truck. So we'll go ahead and throw that bad daddy on there and see what happens, right? I have an adapter plate to go from a spread bore carburetor to a 4150 flange, your typical Edelbrock Shizen, and I still have some gaskets, so we'll just do that. See if we can't get this turd going for a little bit, at least long enough to check the oil pressure, make sure it's not making any noises, you know, all that fun stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna get this carburetor off, and then we'll slap the other one on. Okay. Instead of you watching me ride the struggle bus, we'll just skip this part. This is an adapter to go from a spread bore to a square bore, or a square bore to spread bore. That's pretty coolio, you know, if you want to keep your factory intake. I don't want to, but I guess I will if I had to, you know. I've done it before, so there's that. Why is that nut not starting? Go ahead and drop the rest of these washers on here. Oh, but yeah, that's a pretty simple way to do it. If you're, say you've got a Quadradet or something on there and you want to put a Edelbrock or something else on there, or Holley Sniper, something, you know, lots of carburetors have a square. Most aftermarket carburetors are not going to be a spread bore. I don't think this mechanical fuel pump's working either, so should probably get my electric fuel pump out and we'll nip that in the butt, get that taken care of. This is just for test purposes anyway, so it really is not that big a deal either way. Want to hear the engine run for more than 3 seconds. Make sure we have oil pressure so we can get ready to put it in the old 72, old Kev. Get old Kev back on the road. So we'll take these back off and put a gasket on there, otherwise It'll just suck air between the carburetor and the adapter plate. We don't want to do that. It's the gasket we need. Yeah, this truck is in really good shape. Firewall isn't rotted out either. Oh. Alright, let's go get another nut because I'm not climbing under there. The only thing really wrong with it, it's got a little tiny bit of bubble in one of the cab corners, I think, and the floor pan on the passenger side. I just left the chat. It's a shame. Plenty of Marlboro miles in there though, if anybody's looking for any. We'll look the PCV up. How about that? That's pretty neat. Alright, I'm gonna grab a battery and an electric fuel pump, and then we'll see what we can do from there. Alright, got the battery hooked up, got the carburetor on. Had to use the side post battery as the other one was dead. Oh no, it wasn't dead. I put it in the Suburban the other day. Let's just see what happens with a little bit of juice in there. This is smart. Oh, I forgot I gotta do something with that clutch. Oops. Freaking thing runs. Sounds good. Let me get this clutch strapped back so it'll actually engage it. So our drive shaft didn't spin the whole time. I'll find a ratchet strap somewhere, I promise you. Amongst the mess of all the other shit. There you go. Just ratchet strap that linkage back. I don't know if you can see the hook on there. Put that back there. Figure out a way we can make this stay put. Ignition and fuel. Alright, let's see what we got. No, whatever. The drive shaft's still spinning. It's not in gear. At least it shouldn't be. Who knows? Transmission may be fucked. Let's look at our oil pressure real quick. Oil pressure. Look at that. 45, 50, something like that. It's good. Smoke or anything. Yeah, a little bit of condensation, nothing too crazy. Turned it down a little too low. Can't run it too long because I don't have the water pump hooked up, but we'll run it long enough to see what the oil pressure is idling. I think I turned it down too low. That's probably too high. Alright, okay. Y'all stay here. Alright, see, we got full pressure now. Before it dies. About 30. It's not bad at idle. So, alright. We know it runs. Doesn't make any weird noises. We'll take it. Alright, tomorrow we'll start taking it out of the truck so we can put it in the other truck. But engine runs. Sounds good. Alright. So, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow when we're back at it, ripping this thing apart so we can pull the engine out and get it cleaned up, go back in this piece of beautiful machinery right there. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.